Hello and welcome to this pre-event briefing ahead of ETM Asia Pacific 2024. I'm Aaron Wiltshire, Director of Commercial Operations here at ETOA. I'm very excited to present this year's edition of this important online workshop. This year sponsored in partnership with Visit Paris Region, who will be bringing a special delegation and indeed will be the headline sponsor of this year's event. So the event will be presenting the very best of European tourism products to the Asia Pacific market, but you'll definitely find amongst your number a large number of those from the Paris region from France. So we thank you for their support and look forward to them joining on this event in the coming weeks on the 26th of November 2024. So this briefing is really just to take you through the first steps. You have now been invited to submit your company profile for this event. This is an important step to let us know who you are, what you're looking for, your objectives and your time zone that you'll be joining this event in. So that's not just letting the team at ETOA know, but that puts in the foundations your profile that will be found by your counterparts. So the way this event works is we split it down the middle between the buyers and the suppliers. The buyers will be agents and operators from across the Asia Pacific region. The suppliers, as I said, are all European tourism suppliers, and that can be from a range of different segments within the business. So really, I'll take you through the steps in just a moment, but this is a vital step ahead of the matchmaking process. So on the 4th of November, we launch the preference stage. So by then, it's really important we have your profile ready, because at that point, your counterparts will be using the different filters that we offer in order to compile a list of their preferences. So we'll have another video to take you through that step, but you'll be selecting and ranking all of those with whom you'd like to meet. So if you're a supplier, you'll see a list of all of the Asia Pacific buyers. You'll be able to select those by type, by source market, etc. Be able to have a look at their profile and then put in order of preference those with whom you'd like to meet. And that is an important step. They're selected and ranked. Both sides complete that step, the buyers and the suppliers. And then our algorithm takes them together and then assigns them accordingly. So meetings are based on preferences and then some oversight by the ETOA team just to make sure everybody's got a good list of meetings. So it's really important that you complete your profile and you submit your preferences. So this week's task in hand is to complete your profile, and I'll just quickly take you through an example of that to show you what we're looking for. So this is an example from my colleague. It will be pre-filled with some information here, personal information. We're asking for your company logo. That just really helps display everything a bit better. I can't remember what I'm in at this event for. Looking for new business. So it's really best not to put your boilerplate just here in the company profile. We really want to tailor it to a B2B context. So that really allows people to understand on a quick look exactly what you're looking for when participating in this event. Also important for this, and I urge you to add this event into your diaries. We've supplied a link to add it to your diary in the invite to submit this so that it's the correct time zone. So of course, there's a core time that they'll be running, but if you're joining from the extreme east, for instance, or intermediary, then it's useful to know if we're going to block any of the early or late parts of your time off. So please select the time zones, and then if you have any specific time zone when you or times when you're blocking, we can do that for you. So just send that in across on an email. So I'm registered here as a buyer, so I'll be doing this from my perspective as a buyer and the suppliers I'd like to meet. So the first question is on this side is who I'm representing. So let's say I've got a mixed Asian source market. It doesn't matter where I'm based, it's the clients that you're representing that you select here. Similarly, on the flip side of this, it will be where your product is if you're a supplier. Then we've got the categories of business that are represented by your company. So you may be an FIT operator only, so select that. Then, again, as a buyer, you want to be looking at the destinations in Europe that you're most interested in meeting with. Okay, so I'm in this example really interested in the Parisian partners coming, so I'm going to put France. And then it's the type of suppliers. So you may be interested in, say, DMCs, hoteliers, and transport services. So you select those. Again, these help fulfill the filters that we'll be using when other people come to find you. You review this information, and then you submit. Then we have your profile, and then that's ready to go for the next stage, as I said, that launches next Monday the 4th. And then you've got until the 18th to a deadline, so we'll be adding new buyers and suppliers throughout that period. On the 18th, that preference system closes, and then we get to work matching the meetings up, and we launch your provisional appointments on the 22nd of November, releasing the provisional appointment list and then access to the online portal for you to get ready on there ahead of the event date on the 26th of November. If you're in Europe, bright and early. If you're joining from Asia, later in the afternoon. So again, I would really urge you to make sure that you set aside that time and prepare for an early start if you're joining in Europe. But it's a very productive and efficient way of doing some meetings with the Asian market without the need to travel. So we're available if you have any questions throughout this process, from here on in until the event day itself, where there's a live support line on the event profile. Just send any questions to support@celestina.travel. That's the best place, the one-stop shop for any inquiries that you may have. So, as I said, please complete your profile as soon as possible, and then wait for the next step. Remember, please let us know if your plans change. The worst thing is to have to deal with changes as we go along. If you're signed up to this event, please block that time across, because we'll be expecting you for the duration of the agenda. And remember, you may have people on your agenda that you didn't pick because they may have picked you. So be open-minded with the kind of serendipitous nature of this format. So we look forward to seeing you. But in the meanwhile, as I said, get in touch if you have any questions or need any additional assistance. Many thanks.